Howdy.
Howdy, y'all!
How is everybody? It's been a minute since I've uploaded to the channel. I kind of took like a nice little mental health break for a week. I haven't uploaded in 11 days, but your girl's back. I'm gonna probably make an update video, but that's not what this video is. Just know that the daily uploads aren't gonna be staying a thing. I'm gonna upload Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and then obviously custom sim Saturdays. But I just want to let you know that I do need a little break because it started to get stressful and started to take a toll on my mental health, so that's where I was. And I kind of wrote something on Twitter about it, so please make sure you're following me on Twitter to stay updated with stuff. I'm not sure if I put something on my community tab too, but from now on, if anything happens, I will put something there as well. But in today's video, we are going to be doing something that Deligracy actually did. Now, she made a video called Graphic Designer Reacts to the new Sims 4 Rebrand. And if you guys don't know, I do graphic design commissions. If you guys are interested, DM me on Twitter. I actually have a price list. Everything in my portfolio is linked in the description below. It's behance.net/LegitLovely. I do everything from Twitter overlays to logos and headers and all social media design and stuff like that. Only thing I don't do is art, so I don't draw anything. I just do like UI and graphic design and that kind of stuff. So if you're interested, let me know. So all credit for this video does go to Deligracy, but as a graphic designer myself, I wanted to do my own reaction to the new Sims 4 rebrand. I have the rebrand up on here. It's an article by the Sims community, and we're getting basically in The Sims 4 on a completely new rebranding. So new Plumb-bob, new render, box art, and more stuff. And let's just say that the reaction to this rebrand was mixed, but very outrageous. It was either far positive or far negative, and there really was no in between. But one thing that I wanted to quickly go over about the rebrand and why a lot of people were upset was because of disorders. So whether that be like you get chronic migraines or anything like that, where you're affected by strong contrasted pictures or just visuals that are very, very vibrant or anything like that, that could either give you headaches or cause, whether it be seizures with bright colors or anything like that. That was one of the main reasons people were in an uproar about this, which I can understand 100%. I just want to mention that that was one side of this opinions, because that's actually very important. When you're making a game that millions of people play every day, you want it to be appealable and not to trigger their disorders, whether it be chronic migraines or seizures. You don't want that to be a thing that happens when they play your game. So we're gonna go over everything, and I'm gonna give kind of a graphic designer's point of view, and that's what we're gonna do. So
You ready, kids?
So starting off, we have a new Plumb-bob. A lot of people have been saying it looks like it was made in Microsoft Paint. Maybe Tux Paint. I don't know if y'all played that in computer science in middle school or elementary school. This game was a bop, okay? Tux Paint, there we go. It just looks like a downgrade. The Sims 4 Plumb-bob in general was kind of a downgrade because it didn't have as much detail as the Sims 3 Plumb-bob. I didn't think it could get worse. This just looks like very retro, very 90s, I guess you could say. And if that's the look they're going for, a more retro, throwback to old Sims games, I can understand. It's just not appealing to look at. The greens, all the different greens contrasted on this blue background. Besides that, I'm not really a fan. I feel like the Plumb-bob is the thing I had the most issue with the new rebrand, that I disliked the most. Everything else, which I'll go over, was okay, but the Plumb-bob really got me, and your girl's not a fan. So next we have the box arts. This is the Sims 4 box art for the game. I actually really like this. This whole blue background thing with these triangles, at least it's even. It was definitely made in Illustrator, not Photoshop. I applaud. 10 out of 10 for vectors. This whole blue thing has to go though. The box art, on the other hand, I actually really, really like. More diverse Sims, different Sims, because we've had the same Sims on the box art since the beginning. I personally like it, but this whole blue background thing, it's bothering me. On my eyes. Not just oh, I don't like it. It's not visually appealing. These are the Sims on the box art. I like even this blue background. This blue background's fine. It's this. It bothers me. And
I'm quaking in my boots.
it's just not visually appealing, especially from a design point of view. I feel like that has to go. I feel like even this Plumb-bob wouldn't be that bad. It's this blue background. It's like my computer is blue screening, and that's scary. I don't need to get flashbacks from that every time I play The Sims. So that's what we're not going to do. New box art. The colors are so vibrant, and I don't know why. Don't get rid of all of the blue or all of the green, but like mix in maybe like some gray tones or some beige tones or some white tones. There's too much of one color, and it's clashing, and it doesn't look good, and it looks trashy, and I really don't like it. But like I said, my biggest issue is with the Plumb-bob. This is the one thing I didn't have a big issue with. The main menu. I personally, LegitLovely's opinion of the day.
Nobody cares.
From a design point of view, I think this actually looks pretty fire. They still have that blue on you guys can't see it, but they still have this like ugly blue. Don't know why, but the RGB and the hex codes were not a fan. Change the RGB sliders, make this color different. We don't like it.
No.
Everything else looks fine. I like how they have the packs. I have a feeling the packs probably won't be grayed out as much, which is nice because they have a mod for it, but I feel like you shouldn't be reminded every time you open the game of what packs you do and don't have, and I hated that they added that whole grayed out thing because, like, literally, what if you can't afford the packs, or what if you don't like a certain pack? It just makes you feel like you're an incomplete simmer, and I know I felt that way, which kind of forced me to get all the packs, but they have a mod for it now, but I feel like you shouldn't have to rely on mods. And speaking of mods, I feel like a lot of people are going to make mods to change this whole rebrand. I already use a darker loading screen mod, but I feel like it's going to get worse than that. We're going to need more and more mods. You shouldn't need mods to play a game. You shouldn't need custom content to make a game complete. And if we're being honest, this is completely sidetracked, but I could not play the game, The Sims 4, without custom content and mods and stuff. And I feel like there's going to be a heck of a lot of mods to fix this whole rebrand. But main menu is the thing I have the least problem with. I actually think it looks pretty fire. So, like I said, I don't have a problem with this. The loading screen. What do you see the most in The Sims 4? Loading screens. And if I see this, like every 5 seconds, which is practically when you see a loading screen, 1, I'm going to get a headache. 2, I'm going to get severe flashbacks from whenever my PC blue screens, you know, like this screen.
Go stupid. Go crazy.
We've run into a problem. Sun face, your computer has crashed. Sun face, blue screen. Think your computer dies every time it happens. It's traumatizing to get the blue screen. I don't want to be reminded of it, and that's exactly what I see. The first time I saw this, I was like, oh. The blue screen of death? Like, let's not remind me of that. And I'm not the only one who has that opinion. A lot of people said it looks like the blue screen of death. We don't want to be reminded of that every time we play a game. And then there's this. Cut out this blue and keep the Plumb-bob. But this blue is hurting my eyes. I'm actually getting a migraine. Not a migraine, but like a minor headache. I don't really get migraines, but I can tell people will be getting migraines from this blue. It's just, and I don't want to hate on anything, but from a design perspective, it looks like everything's clashing. Apart from the colors, I think everything looks perfectly fine. I like the main menu. The box art looks pretty snazzy. The Plumb-bob looks pretty snazzy. Everything looks fine. It's the color scheme. And when you're designing anything, color scheme is very important. And I didn't want to make this video just trashing on everything, but I want to give my opinion from a design standpoint. I feel like, 1, design and shape design, and then color scheme are 2 very important things. They need to both be good and be able to stand alone, but they need to be able to work together. The UI can stand alone. The color scheme can't stand alone. They can't stand together. There's a problem. There's actually a petition going around for people that are signing it saying that they want to completely trash this rebrand from a design. That kind of makes me upset. If you don't like it, I can understand, but I feel like you're not giving enough credit to the design team, because whether or not you like the design or not, the designer still put a heck of a lot of time into it. And I feel like just like people don't realize with game developers how much work they put in, they don't like a game, they immediately trash the game developer. That's kind of shitty. So trashing on the designers, they were given orders from higher people. They did their jobs. Don't hate on them, please. Just like when a game developer does something, they were given orders from higher powers. Do not hate on the game developers. They're completely underpaid and under-recognized. Please don't hate on game developers. That makes me very upset. That's one thing that is my biggest pet peeve in the gaming community. But that's besides the point. I just wanted to give my opinion overall on the new rebrand. I will link this article in the description. Guys, give me your opinions in the comments below. I just feel like the color scheme is the main problem here, and that can be an easy fix. The work doesn't need to go completely in the trash. It's just the color scheme that needs to be changed. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check me out on all my social medias that are as always conveniently linked in the description below. As far as sponsors go, if you purchase anything from Into the AM, Technique Sport, or Glassy Eyewear, please use code LOVELY. And if you aren't already using my Fortnite supporter creator code in the item shop, it is just legit lovely. Doing so really does help me out, and I would greatly appreciate it. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay lovely, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye, everyone.